real quick, El Dirte, Andrew Sanchez, quick hitter right there. And if you're here for the UFC card content, we're gonna be doing a UFC Panini Chronicles breakdown coming up soon. So tune in for that one for sure. But we got a breakdown in this one. It's Andrew El Dirte Sanchez, 12-6, coming in as a plus 115 dog, taking on Bruno Silva, aka Blindada. And this dude's 20-6, minus 135 favorite. And the last time we saw him was his debut. And he came in guns blazing and absolutely starched your boy Wellington Turman, aka Fofao. And it's cool because this is a matchup against El Dirte Sanchez, who also starched your boy Fofao. And you know, we're glad Fofao came back. Someone to obviously keep your eye on, but a common opponent that both these dudes absolutely disposed of. But the last time we saw Andrew Sanchez, he was getting disposed of by Mahmoud Muradov, and we know that's a tough fight, and it lasted nearly the entire 3 rounds. But El Dirte Sanchez just did get outclassed in that one, and he was all over the place, wobbly, doing the Soldier Boy dance, kind of at the end of that one. So, what do you think? Because Bruno Silva is a mean power puncher. This dude will finish you if you don't come prepared. I mean, you scroll through his Tapology, it's KO, TKO after KO, TKO. So, what are your thoughts? Does Bruno Silva get this one done in just a brutal fashion and put El Dirte Sanchez out on his feet again, or is Sanchez El Dirte going to get this one done?
Yeah, this is a very fun fight. Like you said, Silva is no joke. I mean, he's on a tearing of a KO TKO streak right now, which is definitely a little scary for Sanchez because he's coming off that, flying knee knobber right to the chin. Um, but I think I'm going to go with El Dirte. I think this is a levels test. He has fought the best of the best. I mean, Marvin Vettori, yes, he's lost to these guys, but he has been there with some absolute savages, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. And Silva is on a one-fight win streak in the UFC, which really doesn't say much. Tapology is a little high on him. They must have been fans in Brazil on his, amateur leagues, I'm guessing. And then they like his, first win versus my boy Fofao, which let's be honest, Fofao's a new man. I got him versus any of these guys on a rematch. He looked absolutely amazing his last fight. Sometimes it takes a few loses to become an absolute savage, and that's what Fofao is. But with that being said, same thing with Dirte. He's coming off this loss. There's no way he's losing this one. In my opinion, I think he's just too much of a savage. He's going to put the pace on him. Hopefully his chin holds up. This is a little scary because, as we know, Silva can clap if he connects on the chin. But I'm gonna go with Sanchez. I'm liking the underdogs on this card so far, so I gotta go with my boy Dirty El Dirte.
Yeah, great stuff. And El Dirte does have some nice wins, like you mentioned, right? I mean, this is a guy who won the Ultimate Fighter, took out Khalil Roundtree en route, and he also has wins over my boy, the Power Bar, Marc-Andre Barriault. And then, as we mentioned, that KO over Turman, which was a performance of the night. So El Dirte has done some good stuff, and the guys he lost to, you already mentioned Vittori, but apart from Ryan James, who isn't very good. Muradov is pretty good, has a high ceiling, and Anthony Smith is still at the top of the division. So only pretty solid losses for El Dirte Sanchez. And I think that this one is a little bit sketchy, the minus 135 for Bruno Silva. And if you look over at Tapology, they don't agree. 86% is rolling with Blindado. Most of that thing is brown. They think that Silva gets the KO. So do you think that Sanchez's prerogative is going to be to take this one to the mat? Or do you anticipate this one being a drag him out slobber knocker that remains on the feet? Because we've seen Andrew Sanchez, he didn't display too much against Muradov, but his stand-up game was vastly improved, especially over Turman. So is he playing with fire if he keeps this one standing, or does he bust out the base and take down Silva?
It wouldn't surprise me if he dusted off the old tool set and takes him down and maybe gets a sub. But I think this is going to be a fight of the night. There's a reason why this is, the headline of the prelims, and I think this is going to be an absolute standing brawl. Someone's going out, so it's going to be very exciting. Um, and I can honestly see. Maybe even Sanchez catches a little lip job, goes to the ground, and then gets a sneaky sub while kind of rocked and dazed. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, and something that could play out, right? This is a fun fight. You already mentioned it. It's the prelim headliner for a reason, because they just slipped this up there, right? It was going to be Hot Chocolate Roberts versus Enive, but they moved this fight there for a reason, and I think it's because they're anticipating fireworks as well. Ultimately, I like your pick of El Dirte. I'm a fan of El Dirte, and I think that, as you mentioned, this is a levels test for Bruno Silva, but I'm going to go with Blindado. I think that he's going to knock out El Dirte Sanchez stiff. I think it's going to be brutal. I think it's going to be early. But if El Dirte finds a way to get this one done, maybe extend the rounds, just sort of survive that first, and then, grind him out through this second and the third, that wouldn't be the craziest thing that I've ever seen. But either way, gonna go with Blindado as the slight favorite. So, any last thoughts on this one? Can't wait.
No, fun fight. Throw in the comments, boys. Who you guys got? You got the knockout artist Silva, or you got El Dirte Dirty Sanchez? Throw in the comments and make sure to smash that meat and subscribe.